wearing these two powders. So if you're interested in what I thought, then keep watching. So the first one I'm going to use is the Laura Mercier setting powder. I am almost out of this. I did save what last bit I had for this video, but this powder has been amazing for me. I normally get oily under my eyes, and it's honestly just great for controlling the oils. And also when I would wear eyeliner, that eyeliner would run and I would get black underneath my eyes. And when I switched to this powder, that didn't happen at all. So let's go ahead and open it. I did take off the sifter because I wanted to get as much product out as I could. So I'm going to bake my under eyes first, and once that's finished, I'm going to go over it with the rest of the powder. We are going to move on to the RCMA No Color Powder, and this is going to go on the right side of my face. The only thing I dislike about this product is the packaging. So I normally will dip the product into the lid before I apply it, and with this lid, it's honestly just way too small and too deep to do that. Because when I stick anything in there, like a brush or a beauty blender, the product either overflows or I get too much on the beauty blender or the brush, which is not practical. It's honestly wasteful to me. I'm gonna go ahead and get started and apply this on the right side of my face. All right, so I have some product in the lid, and I'm gonna start applying it with the other end of the beauty blender. We are finished baking. Both those powders set for at least 10 minutes, and I am gonna use a MAC 129 brush to finish off the rest of the powder. So I'm gonna grab some more. I definitely make sure to get my nose because that part gets really, really oily. And I also do get my eyebrows just because I don't want those to move throughout the day. I'm gonna grab a little bit more. So I am gonna use a different brush for the RCMA powder. I'm gonna use a Morphe brush. All right, so I'm gonna wipe that away. I'm going to pick up some product. See, the only thing is that it picks up way too much product. You have to really tap it off. Alright, so just to show you, I am going to try and dump this back in here. And it's just making a mess. I feel like I'm wasting a lot of the product. And then it's also all over my finger. Just frustrating. That's the only frustrating thing about this product. So those are both the powders. I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my look, and I'll be right back. So I finished applying the rest of my makeup. I do put a white powder underneath my eye to brighten it, but that's part of my everyday routine. When I compare these two, I really want it to be accurate to my everyday routine. So this is what both the powders look like after I have done the rest of my makeup. So contour, highlight, blush, everything like that. I will check back in a few hours just to show you what these products look like after a little bit of wear. But for now, I want to talk about price and consistency of both of these products. So the Laura Mercier powder is $38 at Sephora. And the RCMA powder, I believe it was $14.99, but then of course you have tax and shipping, and it ended up being about it was like $19-ish. So if you round up, I would say it was $20. So $38, $20. So if you get this powder, you are saving about $19. So Laura Mercier powder is 0.4 ounces, and the RCMA powder is 3 ounces. So you are getting way more with the RCMA powder than the Laura Mercier powder. So consistency wise, the Laura Mercier powder is a little bit thinner than the RCMA powder, and I am going to show you a close-up just to show you what I'm talking about. So I think you can see that. I feel like this is the Laura Mercier powder, I feel like it just looks a lot smoother than the RCMA powder. However, I did notice with the RCMA powder, since it is a little bit thicker, everything you put on top of the powder just stands out a little more. I used this the other day and I got complimented on my highlight, which it's never really popped or been very vibrant, but with this powder, I can see it even in the light a lot more than with the Laura Mercier powder, which is odd, but I think just because it is a thicker consistency, the powders and everything you put on top shows up a lot better. So give me a few hours, I will check back and show you what both these powders look like after a little bit of wear. Alright guys, it is 12:20 in the morning. We were watching a movie, but this is what the powders look like. It has been a little over 8 hours. So as far as I can tell, the powders honestly look the same. I haven't really noticed a big difference. They both controlled oil. I didn't notice really any black under my eyes from my eyeliner. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with how they both look. So I am going to do a close-up just so you can see. And this was the RCMA powder. And then this side was the Laura Mercier powder. So again, I'm very pleased. I think they both did a great job. They're both very, very similar, except for the consistency, which what I talked about earlier. They both do a great job at controlling oil, setting your makeup, and making it last longer. As far as which powder I would repurchase, it definitely would have to be the RCMA powder. And honestly, it's just because of the price. They both did a great job. They work the same, but I would definitely go with this one just because you're spending $19 less and you honestly get more for your money than you do with this one. Alright guys, that is all for my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I also hope that it was useful for you. If you liked it, definitely make sure you give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.